Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new video here on the channel. Today I'm trying something a little different. Today we're going to take a look at the Sub Rogue and how to play them, mostly for beginners. And I know there's probably quite a few of these videos out there, but I wanted to, take a shot. I haven't looked at any of theirs, so I'm doing this pretty much from scratch. Hopefully this video will be helpful. If it is, go ahead and press that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's get into the video. Alright, in today's video we're going to be talking about the Sub Rogue, which is my favorite class at this time. I've been playing it since the end of... No, actually I've been playing it since the beginning of Shadowlands. And you may have heard that Sub Rogue is the worst or second worst damage class in the game. And that may or may not be true. I think some of that has to do with people not playing them very much. But ultimately, there are other specs. There's Outlaw and Assassination, which have been proven to do good damage. Me personally, though, it doesn't fit my playstyle, so I continue to play Sub. And maybe you're like me in the fact that you really enjoy Sub, so hopefully this will help you. So the first thing we're going to get into is Covenant. Now, there aren't any clear standouts with Covenants. They do different things. Me personally, I prefer the Night Fae because I like the Grove Invigoration. What that does is it grants you 12 stacks of Redirected Anima, which Redirected Anima gives you a health boost, like 1% per stack, and a mastery boost of 25 per stack. When you use Sepsis, which is the Covenant specific ability, it gives you 12 stacks, so that's 300 mastery, which is going to really help with your eviscerate damage. And if you take a look here, you can see the conduits that I've chosen that seem to work really well. When you go through Night Fae, you want to use the first tier. I believe her name is Naya, and so we've got a pretty good mix of defensive and offensive abilities going on here. Alright, so now let's go ahead and look at the talents and their subtlety. So we use Weapon Master, we go over on the second tier to Shadow Focus, then Deeper Stratagem. I use Soothing Darkness, but a lot of people use Cheating Death. It just depends on your playstyle. Prey of the Weak give you more damage when they're stunned. Enveloping Shadows increases the dancing shadows you'll have, and then Master of Shadows gives you more energy. Alright, let's talk a little bit of gear, starting with our legendary. So the one we want is the Final Curtain, which will increase your Eviscerate, Rupture, and Black Powder damage on your next finishing move by 25%. So that's really helpful. Alright, and in regards to stats, your main stat is going to be Agility, and then your main secondary stat will be Versatility, followed by Critical Strike, Haste, and Mastery. I didn't focus as I should have because I didn't know on Versatility, so I could be doing more damage, so definitely focus on Versatility. In regards to enchants, your chest is going to be Dealer Choice. You usually get the 30 plus. Your boots, agility, and versatility for your rings. The Sinful Revelation and Celestial Guidance should be your weapon enchants. And that's about it. In regards to other goodies, the potions and foods, you'll want to pick up Potions of Spectral Agility. Those are very helpful. You'll also want Shadow Core Oil on both of your weapons. Flask of Spectral Power is the one you'll use. And then food wise, you'll want the steak a la mode, which gives versatility. Alright, let's start talking about the sub-rogue ability priorities, or rotations, which it's not really a rotation, it is more of a priority based on your combo points, your energy, and timers. For AoE, it's really simple. You basically just go in and Shuriken Storm until you have 5 combo points, use Slice and Dice, and then use Shuriken Storm again until you have 5 combo points, and then Black Powder. And you'll continue going back and forth between Shuriken Storm and Black Powder until the mobs are dead. The other thing you can add in there if you want is you can use Symbol of Death, which generates 40 energy and increases your damage by 15%. So that can be helpful. I don't recommend doing that right away. I recommend doing it once your energy gets to the point where you can't continue just spamming Shuriken Storm and Black Powder. Give it a minute and then use that, and then you'll be able to do it again for a round or two. For non-boss single target, you'll start out with Stealth. You'll use Shadow Strike, and then you'll continue backstabbing until your combos are full, at which point you can again use Slice and Dice if you don't have it up, or you can use Eviscerate. You don't want to use Shadow Dance on there too much, because you want to make sure that you have both of your Shadow Dance cooldowns for the boss. So as long as you time it okay, which will require you being pretty familiar with the dungeon and the pace you're going, then you can use it on trash as well. But you definitely do want to make sure you have 2 for the boss. And speaking of boss rotation, so we're going to start off with the boss as Stealth. We're then going to use Shadow Strike, which will teleport you to the boss. From this point, if you have enough combo points, use Slice and Dice. If you don't, follow up with a Backstab until you have 5 combo points, 5 or 6 combo points, in our case 6. Use Slice and Dice. Then you're going to Shadow Dance and continue to use Shadow Strike until you get 6 more combo points, at which point you're going to put Rupture on the boss. Now at this point you're going to blow all your cooldowns, so you'll use Sepsis if you're a Night Fae, and you'll use the Shadow Blades, Symbol of Death, your Potion of Agility, and your Trinket. Once you've popped all of that, you then continue to use Shadow Strike and Eviscerate, and when your combo points are full. If your Shadow Dance is on cooldown and you don't have Shadow Strike, fill the gap with Backstab and continue to Eviscerate when your combo points are full. However, on your Slice and Dice and your Rupture, you want to maintain those. So if your Rupture is about to go down and you have the combo points, use that. If your Slice and Dice is about to go down and you have the combo points, use that. You want to keep those basically up the whole fight. After that, I mean, it's pretty simple. You just continue either backstabbing, eviscerating, or Shadow Strike and eviscerating, and keep up your Slice and Dice and Rupture. Also keep in mind that when your Shadow Dance is down and you're low on energy, you can use Vanish, which will give you a free Shadow Strike on it, and a little bit of boost of energy because of your talents. So it's good to throw that in there as well. The other thing to keep in mind is the use of your different abilities, because we all know that mechanics, moving away from the boss, prevents you from DPSing. So if you're smart about it, you can use your utilities to not have to move away from the boss. An example of this is Hakar. When he has spilled blood essence on the floor, you can use your Cloak of Shadows and you won't take damage for a few seconds. and therefore you can just keep pounding on the boss until the tank moves him out. And of course, you also have Shadow Step, which in case an example of that would be Sludge Fist. When he's doing his ground stomp, you can run out, and as soon as he's done, you use that, and then you're back to him, and you continue stabbing away. Alright, and that's about all there is to it for beginners. Granted, like I said, there's probably a lot of videos out there with this, so take it with a grain of salt, but this is just from my personal experience, and I think I do decent DPS. It's not, you know, world shattering or anything like that, but I have decent DPS and I have fun with it, which is exactly what I hope you have if you're playing Sub Rogue. If you enjoyed this video, or if it was helpful at all, go ahead and press that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one. As always, thanks for watching.
You wear a hat, they call dad. Me, I'm the dad in the hat. You just like clubbing and clothes. Me, I like afternoon naps. 3, I be missed for the road. My oldest like counting racks. You wear a hat, they call dad. Me, I'm the dad in the hat.